Today on The Joy of Editing, I'll show you how to add lovely mid-tone contrast to your images using NIK Color Efex. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to The Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly. Today it's NIK Color Efex. I want to show you how we can add some beautiful mid-tone contrast to our images using NIK Color Efex. Now, if you watch my TK Friday full edit videos, you know I always like to try mid-tone contrast on every edit. Mid-tone contrast enhances depth and clarity, making textures pop while maintaining a natural balance between highlights and shadows. It also enriches colors, adding vibrancy and dimension without over-saturating, bringing out more life in an image while keeping it visually pleasing. Now, as I said, I normally do this using the TK9 plugin for Photoshop, but if you don't have the TK9 plugin for Photoshop and you have the NIK Collection 7, let me show you how we can add mid-tone contrast to our images. Today I'm working with this stock image. Now we need to send this into NIK Color Efex, so here's what we do. If your NIK Collection 7 palette isn't opened up, come up to the Photoshop menu, click on File, and come down to where you see Automate and look for NIK Collection 7 palette and give that a click, and that opens up this palette. And then at that point, just look for NIK 7 Color Efex, give that a click, that'll open up Color Efex. And here we are inside of Color Efex. Now, the first thing I like to do is come down to the bottom right side of the interface, see where it says Convert to Smart Object. Click right here, that puts a check there. And then once you save out your image with your edits you've made here in Color Efex, you can always come back to Color Efex from Photoshop and make some readjustments if needed. So I highly recommend that you check on Convert to Smart Object. Now, we'll be adding contrast, but only to the midtones. Come over to the left side of the interface, come up here to the search bar, click right here and type in curves. We're going to use a curves adjustment to do this. And you'll note for filters, we have levels and curves, click the plus, and you'll see we have a curves adjustment over here. And then underneath that, we have these four buttons. I'm using NIK 7 Color Efex. If you have an older version of NIK Color Efex with luminosity masking, you're good to go. But if you have a real old version of NIK Color Efex, this won't work for you because you'll need a luminosity mask for this to work. And then click this button right here for luminosity masks, and then click anywhere in the image. It doesn't really matter, because then we're going to come down here to mask options, and you'll note we have 0 to 10. These are different luminosity ranges, and we want midtones, and right here in the center at 5 will be our midtones, so we're going to click on the 5. And now we've selected midtones. Now we can adjust these sliders and broaden out the area that we've selected if we want to, but we don't want to really do that yet because we have not made a contrast adjustment with this curve yet. But if you would like, you could click on this button right here and see what the mask actually looks like. The light areas are the areas that are getting targeted, which are your midtones. Now, if I click this button again, we can see the image back. At this point, we're only targeting the midtones, a very narrow area of the midtones. So we're going to come to this curve and let's just make an S curve, a typical contrast curve. So I'm going to come like right here in the highlights, click and drag this up to somewhere right around here. And now I'll come down into the shadows and pull down on my shadows. And I'm just looking at the image and deciding what look I like. And I really like those shadows, really pretty dark down around here. Now remember, this contrast curve is only affecting midtones. If I shut off the curves by clicking this checkbox, this is before and this is after. See, it's subtle, but it's popping out the detail in the midtones. It's giving me some beautiful mid-tone contrast. It's popping my color a little bit. Again, I'll shut it off. Here's before and here's after. Now, if you wanted to see what this contrast curve looks like without mid-tone contrast, come to this opacity slider, which is off. This is for the curves adjustment on the entire image. If I drag this the whole way to the right, this is what that curves adjustment would look like without mid-tone contrast. Now, I'm going to pull it the whole way back off. Now, if you wanted to, you could blend a little bit of the overall contrast into the mid-tone contrast by taking this slider and adjusting it to the right just a little bit, and maybe just add a little bit of overall contrast, which is a nice thing you can do here in Color Efex. But for now, I'm going to shut the opacity off. because now I want to play with the mask options. If I would like to broaden this midtone range, I could take the highlight slider and we can start to drag it to the right, maybe right around here, and maybe take the shadow slider, drag it to the left to maybe right around here. See, I'm still in the midtones, and then I could take these bottom handles which adjust the feathering and maybe feather this shadow slider more to the left to pick up more shadows, and maybe take the highlight slider and drag it to the right to favor more of the highlight tones like this. And now let's see a before and after. Let's come up here and uncheck levels and curves. This is before and this is after. And then what I like to do is take this opacity slider for the luminosity masks, take it the whole way off, and then just build it up slowly and stop where you think it looks really good. And I think it looks really good. Maybe I'll stop here at 80%. Now let me shut off this levels and curves. Here's before and here's after. And then if you want, come to this opacity slider for the overall contrast of the entire image. You could add a little bit of that in. You don't want to add too much of this in, but maybe just a little bit, maybe like 10% overall contrast added to the image. Now let me shut off the curves adjustment. Here's before and here's after. I'll click on the split view button. Now the left of the line is before and the right is after. And let's drag this over. But isn't that midtone contrast beautiful as I start to add it by dragging this over? I love it. You got to try midtone contrast. Once you're happy with your adjustment, just click apply and that'll send you right back into Photoshop. And now here we are in Photoshop. So here's my layer with the midtone contrast. This is before midtone contrast and this is after. Now remember, you can always double click on NIK Color Efex and go back into Color Efex and readjust your midtone contrast. Let's add midtone contrast to a different type of image. Here's another stock image. So what we need to do is, with the NIK Collection 7 palette opened up, look for NIK Color Efex, give that a click, and we launch Color Efex. Now, as you can see, we have so many filters inside of NIK Color Efex 7. So what I like to do is just come up to the search bar and just type in curves. That's an easy way to find curves amongst all those filters. And then just click the plus to add it. And again, come to the right side of the interface and click on this button right here for luminosity masks. And then click anywhere you want on the image. And then come and click the 5, which is the midtones. And again, we can adjust these sliders if we want to. But for now, I want to come up to the curve and let's just go to the highlights and adjust our highlights first. Maybe somewhere right about here. And then I'll come to shadows, pull down on the shadows to maybe somewhere in this area right here. Now, let me uncheck levels and curves. Here's before and here's after. Isn't that really nice? Now, don't forget, if you want to see what your midtone mask looks like, come and click this button right here. See, these are the midtones, the light areas that we're targeting. Click this button again to see the image. I really like this adjustment just with midtones right in the center. Let me shut this off again. Here's before and here's after. This is at 100%. Now, remember, like I did in the last image, you can adjust these handles to broaden out that midtone range if you need to. You can come and work on your curves some more if you feel you're not happy yet. Remember this opacity slider, if I drag it the whole way to the right, this is for the overall contrast adjustment on the image. Remember, you can add maybe just a little bit of that overall contrast that'll blend with your midtone contrast if you want to. For this image, I don't, so I'm just going to drag it the whole way off. So that is another option, but this is pretty easy to do. Again, let's take a look at the overall before and after. I'm going to uncheck levels and curves. This is before midtone contrast, this is after. And if it's too strong, and I think it is, take this opacity slider under mask options and we could drag this off a little bit, and I may take this down to maybe somewhere around here, 73%. Now, let me shut off levels and curves. Here's before and here's after. Yeah, and to me, that looks just right. Now, before we apply this and send this back into Photoshop, if you didn't check on Convert to Smart Object, make sure you check this on. This way, you could always come back into Color Efex from Photoshop and readjust if you need to. Now, I'll go ahead and click Apply. That'll send us back to Photoshop. Here we are in Photoshop. Let me shut off this layer. Here's before and here is after. But isn't that beautiful, that mid-tone contrast? And now you should have a really good handle of how to add mid-tone contrast using the curves filter inside of NIK Color Efex coupled with the luminosity masking. It's a great combination. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe, click that bell notification icon, click all so that you receive all notifications, and then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll get notified about it. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly, and I will see you all right here next time, but until then, happy editing.